a big hit?
I don't know. The girl's got some lettuce pieces.
That's not very nice. Oh.
She dropped it. It got stolen.
Did another one. Good girl. You guys don't bully little girl. She's smiling.
Alright, you enjoy your lettuce. What are you doing?
I'm poisoning people.
Oh no. With all of your carrots and your flowers, and it's hard to see. You can see some greenery here. Got some alyssum coming up along the sides of this row. This row is in the middle, carrots. And then this row is radishes, right?
Yeah, this middle part is radishes. There's alyssum along the sides, like along both edges, like all the way down, are onions too.
Oh, okay. But more alyssums here. And then I think what we start to switch over to beets.
Yeah, after about here, no, maybe here, we go to beets. So
What are all these ones?
A couple ones.
All the green here, what are those? Also alyssums?
Yeah, there's alyssums all the way down.
Okay.
On both sides.
So these ones are really coming in.
For ground cover.
Nice. And then
yeah, like there's a beet.
Yeah, there's a couple in the middle starting to pop up. What about the next two rows over? Those ones are coming up really good.
Yeah, these are all the potatoes. And what I did, because I was like over there, the ones we just planted, in plot 2, we interplanted with beans and you know, beans all along down the outside of the rows. But for these, because we put them in and we didn't interplant right away, I came through yesterday and just put alyssum, so we'll have ground cover. You know,
yeah, but let the potatoes shoot up.
Yeah.
They won't be covered or anything. They'll be able to fill in.
Yeah, so then that way we don't have weeds and stuff like that. So the alyssum will kind of cover the ground, and then potatoes can do their thing.
Nice. Okay. And you guys can probably see that there's like all this white or pink scattered everywhere. It's because our 2 plum trees, they've flowered and blossomed and everything, and then they're starting to shed some of the petals. So we had some wind yesterday and it just would rain all these petals all over the place. But you can see a good amount of potatoes here popping up. These are the leftover potatoes that we let to chit in the grow room over the winter. Yep. So all right, let's take a look over maybe into plot 2 real quick. All right, plot 2.
Plot 2, so the first row and the second to last row we planted with potatoes yesterday. So it's all potatoes in the middle, and then along both of the edges is there's bush beans on this row, and then on that row one line of red beans and one line of black beans.
Yep, so there's red beans on the outside towards the fence. I put black beans on the inside. But all right, well, let's check and see how our garlic is doing, because that's doing really well. Everything's pretty much coming up, and I don't know, we got like a really good germination rate on all of this.
Yeah, it was something like 98% germination on this. So
yeah, there's a couple spots, but I mean, there's a lot of garlic, so that's gonna be nice. And then we tarped plot 4 over there yesterday, most of it. The tarp's not quite wide enough to hit the entirety of 6 rows, but just tarp that because there was some grass and stuff there. We just want to have that break down a little bit quicker, so we'll see how that does. But the other 3 rows here of plot 3 have been broad forked, so we've got stuff coming from Johnny's soon. We'll have to figure out a spot for it. We'll have like, what we got? Rhubarb, asparagus.
Yep.
You know, some other stuff that's going to be
More
there
permanent.
for, more permanent in
like
a spot.
especially like the asparagus. You know, that's going to be at least 3 years before we start getting actual asparagus. So we wanted to have it like all of our perennials kind of in the same spot, so we're not disturbing anything.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, why don't we go up to the grow room really fast? Or actually, let's just check hoop 1.
Okay.
So you put flowers.
Oh yeah, all in both of the potato rows, and every third of the row I put some flowers and some dill, so they'll attract all the pollinators and get rid of the bad bugs with the smelly dill.
Yeah,
So-
we should probably have a lot of volunteer dill based off of how much we had last year that went into flower and spread.
Yes.
So.
I love dill. I can't get enough of dill, and if we could just have dill as an herb, that's awesome.
Alright, so real quick, the NFT, we've had this going in here for, I don't know, 3 weeks now maybe. It's doing pretty good. Unfortunately, we're dropping down to, I think, 28 degrees on Tuesday evening, so hopefully everything in here should be fine with everything closed up still in the hoop house. But trying not to, we were going to move stuff out and transplant to the hoop for some of the seedlings up in the grow room, but we decided not to do that until at least probably next weekend. But tons of lettuce and leafy greens in here, and they're all doing pretty well. I still haven't upped the nutrient. We moved them out pretty early and wanted to just kind of be gentle on them. But all right, let's go up and see how all of our seedlings are doing. What's this last one here?
Oh, this one and that one are sea cabbage. Just to see. So I don't know if it's Copenhagen or if it's Chinese or anything, because Shane made the tags for these. So
Oh well, it's sea cabbage.
sea cabbage.
That's what it is.
So we'll see what it is when it gets there. But these are going to become they're going to become kimchi.
Yeah, kimchi. Yep.
So regardless of whether they are Copenhagen or Chinese, they will all become
Kimchi.
Vietnamese.
All right, here we are in the grow room, and we've got a bunch of our peppers already into the Hugo grow blocks, 6x6x6 blocks. They're doing all really well. These are a bunch of like jalapeno earlies, these ones right here, and they are doing really well. I still haven't hit them with a lot of nutrient. You can see that these ones have got a bit of algae growing, so we'll have to hit those. There's some tomatoes back there. Those are tomatoes that are destined for hoop 2. We have a bunch of other tomatoes that are going to go out in the rows that we haven't put in these blocks, but those are the ones we were going to transplant into some potting soil today, but we're going to wait till next weekend. So you can see here, these are all the remainder seedlings that are all going to go into soil. We're going to pot them with some Fox Farms potting soil and get them outside, let them sit in the hoop for maybe 2-3 weeks. Just depends like on the weather and everything, but they say after, I think they were saying like after Easter, usually for this area it's okay, but it really just depends. The safest one is just wait till after Mother's Day. So, which is still a ways out. I'd rather try to at least get some of this stuff into the hoop, into the potting soil, since this is going to go in the ground, and we'll just transplant it later. And then that way we don't have to worry about space up here, because these are going to start getting big. I've got to space them out a bit more, but I do need to up the nutrient. I did like 1/3 strength nutrient on these and just kind of letting them go. I don't want them to start getting too big. Last year they got like really big in here, and that's what I'm trying to avoid. I don't want to shock them with too much nutrient in here too, and then we move them out and things change in the environment. So, all right. Lastly, why don't we go check on the 2 new things we planted earlier?
Yeah.
All right. So first, this is our pawpaw tree. We planted this one last fall, right?
Yeah.
We got it in the fall. You can see it's got some, I'm guessing those are fruit.
I don't know. We thought it was gonna die because it just looked like a stick sticking in the ground, and then
it's got, you know, some
coming back to life.
Some little shoots up here, and it's got these little growths. So we'll see what happens. But we went to the nursery today and we got some apple trees. We got a bunch of stuff, but again, it's all sitting in hoop 1 for now. We're definitely not expecting this freeze. So, but we went to the nursery, Abernathy's here in Percival, and got these Honeycrisp, right? Or
yep.
Yeah.
Honeycrisp apples.
So those should
delicious.
Go up pretty nice. But we just put them on our far eastern side of the property. So it'd be nice to add some other fruit trees. We got our peach tree, and that's coming out pretty nice too. We'll go maybe take a look at that real fast. But cool, more fruit.
Yeah.
All right, let's go check out the peach real fast. All right, so here we are in the Tranquility Garden on the side of the house, and the peach tree here is just finishing it's going through and dropping some of its flowers, but it was really pretty the way that it blossomed and was full of pink flowers. So but it's coming in pretty nice. So hopefully we'll get some better peaches this year. We'll have to make sure we kind of go through and do some pruning on it this upcoming winter as it starts to fill out and stuff in the middle. I gotta make sure to kind of go in and snip and prune the middle so that it starts to create an open canopy and spread out a little bit. But, all right, that's what's going on at the beginning of April. Been pretty good about getting ahead of weeding and going through the rows and trying to get everything cleaned up. So it's about to explode.
Yeah. So hopefully we can, you know, after this frost, we bought a bunch of herbs and stuff that'll go in here. We get these planted. This is all horseradish that I never harvested this winter, so we're just gonna let it ride.
It's gonna be a lot of horseradish.
And then our bee balm is starting to come back, so you know, hopefully we'll get this all planted after this next frost. And
get some nice flowers in here and everything.
Yeah,
a lot of herbs too, mix of flowers and herbs.
This will be like mainly the kitchen garden where, like, okay, I'm gonna cook X, Y, Z, and I come out here and
grab some thyme
some herbs or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Nice. Yeah. All right. Talk to y'all later.